Hey y'all, my name is Elizabeth Ewan and welcome to my channel. As always, my focus is on writing worlds, dreaming big, and making every day magical. Today, I am diving straight into world building. I want to map out the different countries in my romantasy novel, which I've nicknamed Project Ember. So if that's something that you're interested in, then just keep watching. So I have started setting up a profile on WORLDanvil.com and I'm just curious to see how this is gonna go because I've never done something like this. I have a seasonally spellbound series which is free on Kindle Unlimited, and that is less world building than what I'm doing right now. So in Project Ember versus Seasonally Spellbound is more urban fantasy, and it has elements of like the different fae courts. So like winter court, fall court, spring court, that kind of stuff. And so I don't necessarily have to like map out a world just because it is so closely tied to the world that we live in. For example, in the Midnight Masquerade, it takes place in this place called Hollow Grove in South Carolina that's like an hour and a half away from Lake Charleston. Or in the winter themed one, which is the Christmas themed one, Mistletoe and Magic, it takes place at first in New York City, and then they're transported to the winter court. And then in the Valentine's Day one, which is Arrowbound, they are entirely just in the winter court. But it's not like I necessarily have to like map out cities and places because these courts are kind of just ethereal, like otherworldly. Versus in Project Ember, I have to map out different countries and different backgrounds and just different, like each country is going to have like its own like magic system and its own like currency and stuff like that. And so these are the things that I really want to just really dig deep and kind of focus on. I need to just get to work on it because I have already named a couple of the countries, but I don't really know where they are in terms of relation to each other. And that's kind of important because there's certain themes and certain conflicts that happen with the different countries, and there's this political aspect that is very prominent in Project Ember in terms of dealing with the nobility system and it's a whole thing. So I'm just trying to dig deep and figure things out. And so I'm looking into like actually mapping out my world so that way I have a physical manifestation of the world that I am writing. And then also like I like the idea. So World Anvil, one of their like pitches on their website is straight up like wiki-like pages. And that's kind of what I need. I need like a wiki for my own world because I have all of the different character profiles aside from the supporting characters, which I'll get to in a different video. But for right now, I really want to focus on like the world itself and trying to get that all together. So that's what we're going to be doing.
So you're someone I used to know, but nobody said it'd be easy. But maybe I should have known. One more drink to swallow it down. I gotta get you out of my mind. But nobody said it was easy. But maybe I should have known. Guitar. So you're someone I used to know, but nobody said it'd be easy. But maybe I should have known. One more drink to swallow it down. I gotta get you out of my mind. But nobody said it was easy. But maybe I should have known.
only had so much time to focus on the actual like country building. So I got through population, military, technologies, and sciences, as well as religions of like the main country focus for book 1. And so I have a lot more work to do because I want to focus on the magic system, the currency, that kind of stuff, and just the cultural impact that has on the individual characters. So this is going to be like a longer saga, I think. I might do like a couple more videos on like diving into all of the different parts of like really hardcore world building. Like there's soft world building and then there's like hard world building. And what I'm doing right now is very hard world building. So I used worldanvil.com to kind of give me prompts and stuff, which is great. And I like their format, but I'm just kind of like taking their prompts and then I'm putting all the information into Scrivener just so that way I have more privacy and that kind of thing. But it's very helpful just kind of have a structure when world building and kind of figuring out, okay, like what are the rules of my world? And it's funny because my husband talks to me about this a lot. So like whenever I watch like a movie or I read a book, I get very frustrated when it feels like the rules of the world are like being warped just to tell a story. Like I really like having parameters in which characters are supposed to operate. And so whenever a character kind of operates outside of those parameters, it really grates on my nerves because then it just feels like it's not consistent. So I'm really enjoying this world building process and all that comes with it in terms of creating parameters for my characters to operate under, because the characters are very powerful, magically speaking, and I kind of want to put a leash on them a little bit just to give them a little bit more challenges to overcome. And fleshing this out in full, fleshing out the countries in full is definitely going to help with that world building aspect and also creating parameters for my characters to deal with. So I'm really enjoying that. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to sign off from this video and I'll probably do a couple more videos on world building and just exploring this a little bit more, especially in regards to Project Ember. But I really appreciate y'all watching my videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Bye, y'all.